Hey Veronica, let's go ahead and take a look at your week one drawings here. So thank you for including your images to the viewfinders. Lots of students forget that. Nice job here on your self-portrait. We have a good sense of symmetry here going on. You know, you got a nice balance, the shape of the chin here. And overall, the shape of the head is actually quite nice. We get a little out of proportion with the features of the face, which is very, very common. Most of the students who, when they are doing their first drawing, this is what we see, that they tend to be a little bit larger than they should be. And it's something you're going to read about in the week 2 reading, if you haven't done it already, about the way we kind of learn how to draw symbols as children for different facial features and really anything. And then we can carry that with us through adulthood if we don't learn really those perceptive skills of how to perceive the difference between shapes in draw, and then translating that to drawing. Of course, we learn that, visually and spatially, but translating that with the hand and pen is, something quite different. So we're going to work on those skills throughout the next 8 weeks, but I like what I'm seeing. This is a nice thing to start with. So we're a little bit goofy on the hand, and I'm sure your hands are so hard and they are very frustrating. So I applaud you for going for it, and we're going to learn some good techniques here as well. And I want you to start thinking of, and I can tell you're trying to think of, the individual pieces that make up the whole. Start measuring the difference from your wrist to the top of the palm, and then from the top of the palm to the top of the middle finger. Look at the segment, each individual segment, and see how they relate to each other. All these little things are going to be really helpful in perceiving, these spatial relationships. I also want you to start thinking about light and shadow, and how sometimes shapes and variations in, from say knuckle to knuckle, or here in the face where we're getting, the bridge of the nose, for example, that sometimes it's not actual harsh lines, it's variations from light to dark that will really delineate where a shape is. So for the corner of the room, this is something that we're going to be working on too. We're going to be doing linear perspective drawings. I think it's in week 5 or so, and that's a really fun project. But, I like that you've gone for it with the corner here. We get a little bit goofy in some of the sense of perspective, but that's okay. I'm going to teach you a really cool system that's going to help us to be able to draw things in perspective really easily. It's a grid-like system, and we can apply it. I used it religiously when I was in design school. And nice job here. Really actually beautiful sense of expressive line quality. I think this is going to be a real strength of yours. And I like what I'm seeing. And this is just kind of a fun one to remind us, to kind of start to, imagine and visualize and play with what our own style as an artist is going to be. So nice work. I like what I'm seeing, and I'm excited to see where we go in the next 8 weeks.